Kama assigned for organizations only AdMaps in income or AdMaps Investment Limited. Your order call close to the traffic light off the other call Malam Highway. Your number is 0595 187 362 0595 187 362 AdMaps. Or see your wheels are priority. In only in income money more. Chairman Alote Jacobs at Nase. Chairman, any other business in Sorenko?
You give me any other business.
Oh no, meaning sir.
Long list.
Any of them are say with the home cup. Oh, David. Chairman, any of them are paid.
You, shall see from what the issue about the Chief Justice.
Okay. Okay.
Messy, lawyer. Kwabena also kwesi also kujo a free.
No, a free fa.
A free fa.
Yeah.
Needs to apologize to the Chief Justice. Yeah.
It's no court.
Mbajo. Me the case in court in Maka.
Court case no yeah on procedural matters and yeah.
Oh,
merits of the case proper.
Meze our procedural pa musume procedural hamaka. There, giving somebody a bad name to hang him. Yeah, Subaya on ye.
Asempa FM.
I mean, I say, Maka Pacho, Mezame, and he should be acute to everybody. The Impanimunia men say anything. Badinyan Afrifa has fed into a certain perception. Into a court, Mumbo be amazing, Bojo. You have court over the Supreme Court, which is the apex court. On the Nidomina, Wayan 7-0. Into 7-0. Now, I for the Minsemia, but there, Obisu Nikis were court. Into Potogum Shogum, yes, same. Makadam were amazing be na me 1994 na me contract work be was akwabo na benze people pomechawa de monfa no wujum o amazing na benze sa no obu papa da gubi mamati inde tintimwe bebi o yujum won wase wonya Chede wa mza ma imono orienpo opefisu bofifum owe sebi ejanana buti na okozigu na we business o ma shada ma se honya ebi na afufa wa yi me se hoya but he doesn't speak well of him as a lawyer, and you know how Ghanaians regard lawyers. The Ingangan Yanfanti name, I'm telling you the gospel truth. If you be a lawyer,
but any response to the petition, he be a canal.
Also, there he didn't pedal force.
Yeah, also he only restated what his clients told me.
Client, wait. Now you have one client in our Zubakade on the BB and check.
He said he can prove it. So
oh, now as they say, Maza lawyers is it lawyers. Papi or copy to was using your law. Could we even need a coffee? Every will judge you. Lawyers, they are experts in technicalities. The most over here about the defendant, but he knows in his heart the Azawa you know yet. We are all human beings. We are all fallible. Yes. But don't feed into some people's perception so that they rally around you. Don't follow the mob. At the end of the day, you will be disgraced. It therefore means that he was following a certain mob whose actions and inactions was purposely to attack a certain personality for which the justices have given their judgment in support of what she declared and indeed, let us attack the person from the top. Why our client is hula who papa na bu minimum share that. So how come these conjugations and adulations? Where is it coming from? Then you say you didn't pedal. Fine. It's a matter of time. But are we trying to destroy the judiciary, which is enshrined in our constitution? Because if the superintendent who supervises over the judiciary, because all powers rest with him. Only in your constitution be also there. If you want to remove so and so, if you want to remove so and so, the president have to direct that matter from the Council of State. If they agree, the president directs it to the Chief Justice. But we can't compare oranges and apples. This is the Chief Justice. Why should we do that to him? Instead of going to do your homework very well, you have the mob backing you. And at the end of the day, you are being disgraced.
How?
Nazimi, what's it?
General Legal Counsel, I feel the what's not some do.
Oh, yeah. And there was this CSO. What for case in also, what share, one Latin Kakra, what's in, what Bobo, no, was a Gama Shragin president. President, so opportunity. That is what at least we should respect the president for. There was the petition bed. On also a lawyer. One friend lawyer paying for washing. As we imagine a bufu chop, no watch ban. And the people there come and say, can you correct me there? On frivolous, no frivolous. US
frivolous.
Frivolous in the Canada. No, what can I in the Brofo Waba? In the Brofo Waba, can you imagine? Since your Wabe Brofo crowd on our English diary. Fluke. Originated by Kudu Edu Asai. Charlie.
Yes.
Abo. But no go somebody. I think it's a fact. The young from Gombra, you see young Kenya, Navy, why then? Why think? In the young, I'm the third estate of the realm. We need to cherish it, protect it. You Bibi Owa, if you there on ya, today, Asempa for Mr. One Latin Kakra, what the church, one petition. What the command presidency? Charge of where the result was coming from. Was it there? Yeah. But Papa no do kwachapu. Me sure do Anglican. Because every chief justice is a me fine Anglican. Because you don't go chapu no jeni fufu on and here na nama. Wanga den Yankopon ase. Enyim gwasi ye yewo. No nhwe akukọ fita bi na broiler bi na oh chale one grill man. One spicy no one grill man. No di non da. Non get the razin Yankopon me da wasi.
Now some say one can ye.
Oh, as I'm the one game you go in. We petition pa. It's a game. Market show there. There's one political strategy that we call agipro.
Agitation and propaganda.
Propaganda. That sweep people's minds. On a chairman, Kojo Ajimamuati
Asempa FM.
Look at that woman. To erase that perception or that thinking out of her mind, it's going to be very difficult. Unless Wahama no winyantasi. Oyatisi. Nti ami Afrifa ko so no be ya men ye wu kuntan na kase pi owie duabo fanti kase ne se kase pi owie duabo bu na kase da ma na akofum na kaka asema onfata ehun ntaman na akede I'm sorry na nje at least you guys are go fit kaka from odo this is what I meant to say na man no sleeping na maka Canada at least Ghanaians are human beings, they will forgive you, but not to destroy such a personality. You know the international attention to this issue, it even scares investors. Hey, was messy, the moon was messy, it is and obedience and money. It's not good at all. We are not seeing the weight of what Afrifa said. It's very serious. There are people who are meant in destroying the image of this country just because their party is not in power. And then you go and feed into that arena. And then then another CSO who take it. And we'll give me now. More time, you know. Yeah. I mean, Oduwa Maka in me ya but the beginning bottle preko no catch and mammy there. When we have been to be in Oshimi, won't to go also Sunodo or say bye you go grow. Yeah, a beginning bottle. The Masami Mate Ma Memfa Kojo Wasari Emremo. I don't know if what touch on where you better touch on any other issue. I mean, to you.
We say. Issue I mean family hunsa. Okay. Propaganda aye on it no. The fact still remains to say the man insists say war evidence to show to back whatever he has said, the claims he has made. And one would have expected say the Chief Justice will avail himself for a thorough delving into this matter.
Has he not?
Has he not?
No, sir, with GLC.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's hanging. Anambwa.
No,
it's still pending. Anambwa. They are working. They are talking about it.
The client file a petition. Lawyer no responded to the petition.
Yes.
The lawyer was called.
Yes.
That there is new evidence a client ne the abba and ono appealing for time say after no dey change you have time to go and study it and come back and GLC say no if you fix another date or call that day no na panel no panel na obviously obi say Marco sound was no longer the na panel na and he says procedurally no he thinks they've not been fair to him. It will call human rights court. Yes. So that's where we are now. Yeah.
But that doesn't make the substantive issue friend say that where he is now. Yeah, so for me I think I'm only advising that the Chief Justice, because
Asempa FM
Obidia and Tratuso Eya. What I say? It Tratuso Eya. Now, to move around with the fact that Ebikrana yan cancer assembly and do BPSS people will still hold it against him. Oh, Onokra say because there's an inconclusive to the case. What I say? And let me give you an example. The issues about a friend saying some of the in some I call so this Australian visa issue, this Anas friend says Charles Bisu issue and all of that. People still make references to them because in their minds they think those issues have not been conclusively dealt with. Say you bear exonerate your move. The thing is hanging at a certain point. Until those who don't believe it will continue to say oh, Oma nye bibi etisa. But those who believed it, and because there's no conclusive year to it, they will continue. It Sabi, Mia, the person young Chimwa, Mammy, free, and to go on record, Sampa, may ye me if you assemble. It is said, I said, who the Asempa court, Yendi, now Yenka say he's been acquitted and discharged. Still, Asemno, that's so saying, Wanamba. That's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't mean say some of us believe say near here cano and no quarry. Itina we are saying say onye near here can not because that's not the point. But before say, like Alote said earlier, that seat is such an important seat that must be allowed to be sacrosanct at all point. I say ma ifibia bejareno. It's me. I will give that a friend say man who kwan no ntwimwa kosi baby aye because meaning say enye no kra no kware no be dead. That is what I'll say about that. Let me go on this CRC issue.
Okay.
Which is Momo first damo issues no so. Yes, the NDC is pushing for it because you full say aban we buy just say 4 years they haven't made any effort to even like raise it for discussion, let alone make the effort take steps to get something going. And that agitation, Ebina fix the country for as much as I don't believe in the you say young two constitution na young designing for which for me is there. I don't know if that is what they are calling for there.
Yeah, that's what they are calling for.
Yes, for me I think I don't agree with them, and I don't think the NDC in any way agrees with them, because that will just say it's in a way like the guy said the other day, friend saying Hobson and who one here Ghana na volatile at this point kakra in that regard. You can say test law no on that. Some people might find themselves in some hot because they need to come clear. Say yen tungu saying. Do you understand? Should we use force? Should we use which law? Are you getting me? And I said, what method? Because to overthrow a constitution, it has its own, you can say, consequences. If you say they must be more circumspect and come from a precise point. Now because it's like some of them are talking without really knowing the implications of what they are saying. I know there's anger in some of them. Anger will let you push a lot of things out of your chest. But I think baby it's not just anger. Here we need heads that are tightly screwed on. Na yemfa insemunun tutu baby esese edito. Because Sebi so china. If this government decides like if there was anything like that, now banse minyebu more and more the leadership of fix the country. Yeah, they are buying Ekosiisen On Asempa for one month. And then omudeba.
And
I'm making, you see, there's no way they can change the constitution. Are you getting me? They because you must use the law to change anything and also to review it. Yeah. And the processes have all been laid out. To me, how do I say it? You can't jump them over. Yeah. Do you understand? Yeah. They should come clearer. Let us know the method by which they expect say the constitution ebe faswa ebe ebedu peswa omofu say do. But the NDC, as I know, during Professor Mills's era, yeah, we made the attempt to review some aspects of the Constitution. Emma Crawford, Kopiki, friend say. But what was it? Yes,
why there was
he is talking about it reflecting on the Constitution actually being changed.
Yes.
For now, the review, no.
The recommendations.
Yeah.
Please, I am making mine. What have I said?
No, I'm not disputing.
No, I use the word an attempt, and that is where you seem to want to, because they are making attempt.
You are massaging it.
Okay.
But the truth is that or signing white paper.
But
you had your chance to speak and you chose something else.
I'm sorry.
Do you understand? The topics were so many.
I'm sorry.
And you chose something else. So why are you?
Joe, I'm sorry. Just to remind you, the Professor Moses signing white paper.
Alote, stop it. So, Omo constitute, I think Professor. Fiajo committee commission, sorry. And your friend saying Atuguba Raymond was the executive secretary. They did a good job. And then the president then issued the white paper. And then they went ahead to form
the Constitution Review Implementation
Committee.
Yeah.
Almost so your friend is saying white paper, they converted it into a bill. So some were entrenched clauses, others were non-entrenched, any administrative. The entrenched clauses, it will require a referendum, and the non-entrenched clauses will require a 2/3 majority in Parliament. Whilst that was going, or you are preparing the whole thing to take to Parliament, and our Professor Kweku Asare, at the as Asempa court, a court demanded say president, and yet doesn't lie in his place to initiate
the process for
constitutional reviews. Yeah. The case went to court for 15 months or so. And the verdict from that place was that the then Chief Justice, Georgina Wood, or Nona, or presided and delivered the judgment. Say, Professor the president has the element to use executive powers to take decisions on it. It tried to usurp. So the court ruled, say, as I said, Asempa could do Parliament and they'll play their constitutional role as unknown Professor Wayne Eka. So when this document was finally presented to Parliament, Anna, the then your friend is saying, Speaker, and refer and command the Council of State. Now, on the command Council of State, and Osei Chairman Sabusu, the then I think minority leader, because at that time now NDC in a majority, a raised objection. Say, and Kasa say, a friend is saying, ye table, and I say, ye lay. A friend is saying document
Asempa FM
Parliament. Nanka like all like it will I don't know what word to use, but like it would have been presented to Parliament properly. All members of Parliament. Where it said document will have be drew before a reference from Parliament to Council of State should have been made. So definitely, ding dong, back and forth. Remember this, the verdict was in 2015. back and forth. 2016 kicked in, and then the campaign of 2016 election, parliamentary, and so then so it was pushed forward, hoping that if the NDC had won the elections, we would have come back to that subject and pushed it to ensure say the amendments now you propose now I go through the motions and then we pass them. Unfortunately, NDC lost power. So the onus for any constitutional amendment as we speak lies right under the NPP's government's to push. People keep asking, that's why I brought this bit of it for all of us to follow and know where the NDC, what role we played in trying to get those amendments passed. So, if there is any government that has not shown any desire to do any or to move for some of these amendments to be effected, it can never be the NDC. It can never. Nobody can say the NDC did not do its part. We did. These are facts, and I feel say some of these things, sometimes with the year of time, people forget these things, and then they throw in all manner of things, and they want to lump Yemi MPP for together. And you are all the same. You are all not interested in this, and you are all not. That is not the truth. That is not the truth. I have be contrary to what I have said right now. So that we know what role they too have played, especially the MPP in the last 4 years, especially when it comes to constitutional review. We took people around the country and I quality ideas, and some of the things I feel say a bit omano akonenim kakra chain baby the earlier constitution now you used to say yes son emuniama be a bit aboa. They haven't done anything in the last 4 years. They are in their 5th year. So we are calling on this government to move so that nobody comes to lump the NDC and MPP together as if we are the same. We are not.
Asempa FM.
We are not. We are more responsible for the forward year of no action. So I will leave it here.
Mate, Mamintie, Chairman Kojo Boatina Jema Nafe.
Yo, and you be of
Ekosiisen On
Yes, you for what over Zoe.
Mamintie, wish you are present.
Papa Penny be so cheap, Ratibua from people because it's almost like a country in Ghana. Obi,
yeah.
Mr. Munio Kojo Dwasa, I didn't know Ekosiisen.
Asempa FM.
Papepe. Constitutional review, you the day Ekosiisen. You could have finished this thing before Mahama and go through office 2016.
Explanation may be on my want.
And then the day. And then the day, and then the day. 8 solid years. 8 solid years. And the nice all the way at today. Okoba, yes, implementation. The whole implementation, what's now 4 years. The mess that you left, Obaya, Nanado Kono. Nanado Okoron, in his campaign 2016. What is all kind a constitutional review once a month. And I want to know how cancel the answer we be Papa Biama. I said into you can change situation. And no one your audacity call around catch the entrance in we discuss it. Uraja Mahama was it? You discuss it. Uwami. You say you can share ideas. Now what by also being the president that on to me no way.
Asempa FM.
Then vice president. Also to me too for. At the time I don't mind why the basa. I seen another idea. Unemployment situation. I found the record me never the alternative government any day.
Ekosiisen On Asempa.
And then people na watch law. And call you more responsible or call round no. Can the first say message call the man in crowd for and say, listen, my year paper they come home and penny and ado. Unemployment situation, I messed it up. But this time I got teenage no. But soon be before. Say Bible, mo be bia na mo kan. Unyi be before mo me boa. In the one who inform so. And I'm more 2 years went to me. Situations are doing my cool. And then I'm doing Komobi. Me say, Obi. So, this is creating employment. And then another. And I know that I'll take us our house. So, I have 150 employment. And what the northern region. Obi, me boy me some man. The idea was to create about 450,000 jobs. And the agenda is that all the northern sector is going to be industrialization. Woman kasano omusanu adwuma ombetumi aye. Jida sadano yenuano no emase ha me adwuma bi. The national civil servants cry no me aye. The total about 700 we say 800. It is a way to me create that lump sum. $50 million just vanish. Ono the catch we say $250 million, 150 jida, 100 and your friends 100 million sada. Sigana wahi 250 million. Now, Obi, the question is that no matter Juma or bank, you know. Number one, don't just look at the 250 no. Ghanaians must listen very well. 215 alone. We don't have a dime. You need one CBO baby, not even the dollar. Equivalent. Okay? Busana munu yetuahu loan, yetuahu interest. Adwuma no so e creative. What you say? It is like quadruple of what he left.
Ekosiisen.
Say miao anji bebre. E ka woman ka di adwuma no be bon be returns to pay the same loan. Check you online. Man who say joy for the bibia to hono misisia. Don't let MPP to run away with their stolen money. And you know, yes, Kahu. Oyebi. Decisions will take care of a country. No, over can be more. Maybe so yes, and you should mention one. Now, so Tiwano as a leader, he has information power. Where the president paying, and no mind as to Tiana Kawobi. Who said, "Nanya kwesichum create a juma." The private sector can be a a card as well ECGD and no problem. But the point is that you believe you say, John Muhammad, that staff can give him a credible information and your propaganda information. And yet just I'm desperate for power. I started him. I be boating. Oh, is that so? I said, I had Ghana. I didn't tell them the start here. No, you don't need a person to lose power. I said, I just can't finish him. If you have a clear evidence. No, boy. To me to Hanamon where your evidence are. Wait, we'll build the nation together. I have no problem. MPP ni be away you cannot make a former president. Now one way propaganda crowd or communicators. Is that how you speak? And you see, they are doing it that to just draw the international community's attention. Between Kanasam and that's a whole crowd who could Obi. Say leaders etnasi ASA. The results are being a chance said they're free for any lawyer and I'm mutu. Need the free from know what you're saying need to be qualified with ethics and values. Or
a qualified lawyer.
Or qualified.
No, yes, he's a qualified lawyer.
And so our ethics, so our values. Now he understands his practice, his professionalism. Obi, lawyer for Moody here say the age. Obi so, student lawyer.
who you the packet the final student lawyer no ebi aha and a minimum said I'm practice in it here in other jurisdiction a case be occurred the bomb am research
Asempa FM
mebwa inti mu yebi because say here say mo the court na you fan court inti na me draw attention say papa na mo a otu no it's like he's trying to murder the chief justice. A well calculated day, and you see, another question to be frafra. As someone at that legal counsel,
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM,
and yeah, no, na Asempa for no do hunkomo. It's two different things. Crying and more can wasem. Two different things. Crying and more can wasem. Into a brapa was sharing political links, and a person or yen politics. And a young Siania knew Komo, Niamfa a civil society be made better because international community, Ebeji Asempa for the energy. Go and check the background of the Asempa, the chief executives in me and Grofone Gumuno. So moving in the buyer. Only NDC communicators.
Now we are Ghana for I don't know them to be NDC.
And I may catch you.
Now don't we show evidence? We are one evidence.
You can be civil. I can talk about your hypocrisy.
Chairman, address me. You are not responding to him. Address me.
Sir, you're a smart person and just shout.
Nobody is shouting.
Then you better keep quiet.
Could you allow him to talk? Allow him to talk. You let him finish. Let him finish, maybe. Get him to talk.
Sir, you're smart and come because we can conquer.
What are you talking about?
Who did that? Chairman, because the point is that busy at Dankwa now Dankwa Institute is the establishment, is the godfather of the MPP. Dankwa so what at night the day I say Dankwa Institute. I have what is wrong?
And you want to label somebody wrongly.
You see hypocrisy. I mean, what can I accept it? Because
party program.
I don't know communicator. He has been a secretary crowd before. Who tried it? As a penny panel.
They say
secretary.
Oh yeah, we saw you. NBC.
Also a secretary.
I joined your propaganda secretary. This is secretary.
No.
They make a choice. Can I accept it? Because me, hypocrisy in my life. Mr. Dankwa Institute. Open me can say MPP for MPP for. The ideology is to change and help the nation.
And
don't be coward.
Who is making? You
are a coward. So come and sit here, sir.
Nobody knows.
Ideas. That's it.
Doesn't have to be NDC.
Oh, Master, you better keep quiet.
We don't know him to be an NDC.
Young or better I say, Dankwa Institute. What we MPP for? Maybe you're coward into me. So me MPP for. Because Dankwa Nankasakra MPP for tradition. It is a Dankwa Institute.
By force, and also to say, as a
hypocrite.
Also a hypocrite.
Or a coward. Because you know, or person say, so as civil society network, only independent. It's only can be young. Chairman, yes, I person. And nothing American so into me, sorry, na ma be ka sem we wa ha obi wo no butio etinu na wo de esi bi so ansem abakika wa he ba ko fa ni tinu ni na ele si so
chairman
obi ye can say so who problem who are desperate for power you can't bastardize the institution via and we are seeing who say wono you are a genuine person where your track record your track record you see e kan okrom ha from your leadership and perform say training idea and I advise is I can make us fix the country and I don't know I say fix the country so me capture wo kura mo approve and you na make on your mahama na neka obi accuse me say o na no di misika ya na ni ayi na wa we no the first so we be na susu adaya a chama can say na kuku tra wa we na susu na daye. What you say? Now go train now
about sponsorship for the group.
Lady, friends,
okay. So now he listen to respond to the issues from communicators. So into now, Obaya was in the cap room. Not afraid of no aka so face the country yenti won. Near fan fix the country no. Or no ko fix it you say.
Asempa FM.
Or fix it you say. Factories you go krom ha. A cow jato ho. Ah? And a more 2 year ene o my ye ka oba so na nado abobisia. Obobisia tu awoka. And you see mathematics na kotoro bia no munti asienti. No one better studio no more can be. And maybe na no mathematics on better na the opposite say segment dey say 200 million. I say bit you be near to 1 billion. Me breaking trail. Because I say 1,000. The idea of 5,000 is say 200 be 1,000. Now 1,000 off take a befa. Off take about between another 200 million. Into be 5,000. Huh? No, you 200 and 5. Anything else you can umudie.
Why in the count, sir?
Open the tape in the most of their communicators and on platforms so and on the common so mokoka. Okay, say no. We see all every day. We practical so what every day.
You have a question I asked.
Did you ask him why they did?
There's some why in the count. Now maybe I want it.
Ask him why they did.
But you should know the person who said it
because
but if you don't know the person who said it,
communicators.
Communicator bay.
Na gonye the go
communicator bay. So you need to establish the person who said it. But who will be if you don't establish who said it, how do you proceed?
The person is making an
you are only asking a question on top of what I asked. They say why in the car? Why in the car? Never. Enti osi omudiska. Why na so omudiska?
Osi ye
communicator ben.
Who deserve no?
That's what I asked him.
Nazi the spokesperson for Zongo Caucus.
And Nazi say omoa NDC for omudiska.
Sika no me na me say omudisika. No mo calculation ne say, 200 million. Woman ga some dey 5,000 houses. But a year 1,000. The year 1,000 now take a
yes.
No another 200 million. And then I break it down for him. Say, and you see 5,000 million. No, what you are 1 billion.
Yeah, but that's what it means.
What it means that
it will be a friend revolving fund. If you have a revolving fund, now we free we free now amount for etuashim. Now the annual it's the same 200 million I would turn around.
The question is that and sign on catch share parliament. Is that what they told the cabinet?
No, but that's a different target.
No, yet a different target. The discussion is that Ghana is going to borrow 200 million to build 5,000 houses.
Yes.
Now, we must see 1,200 and no answer. With 200 now you know we see 1,000.
Yeah, no.
And then on no say. So number 1, 5,000 in yellow credit.
Ekosiise
200 no because we see 5,000. No need to mean it.
No, what I understood from a moment argument in say.
What you say?
Mebao. They did not plan to go back. They did not plan to go back to parliament for any new money. That same 200 million will create some kind of a fund. Say almost 1,000 yaton. The they see another 1,000. And you don't have to go back to parliament. The same 200 million.
You being a student lawyer isn't a criminal.
No.
For you to tell the world, just stop that argument. For you to tell the world, they say, maybe 200, they see 5,000.
Yes.
Now we want one messy up. No what to see 1,000. Now get to say 200 na it doesn't mean the 1,000. It doesn't mean the 200, the 5,000. It means 1,000. And then in the non-country world, they say, Messi 1,000 with 200 million. Now, 200 na meton 1,000 meton. And that is what you are talking about, the revolving fund.
No, now, that argument makes sense. And it's not the argument. The argument is here and say, they claim, say, the 200 million after initial checks, they saw say to me ANC 5,000.
Did they go back for ratification?
And America said a different argument. We can go into that argument, but if you take that argument out, now we're sure almost
don't take it out because that is the substantive issue.
Neighbor. Could they have still built the 5,000 housing units without going back to Parliament for any additional money with the strategy no more adopted? Yes. Did they have to go back to Parliament when they decided some person we use this new strategy and an argument will see and say if they said they should not have gone and they said they should have gone. I think there are two
so we used to say argument in crowd then it is not 200 billion, it is 1 billion. Okay, use the same argument, the same mathematics. With the 200 they see 1,000. Okay, also we are over some for the same 200 in the see 1,000 or multiply 1 400.
No, but that's simplistic. You don't do it like that.
You don't do it like that in which way? No.
Anyway,
no. You don't do it you don't understand because the point is that say you see 1,000 now turn we now. What's 1,000 now we are 200. Okay? So if we sell together another one, you say a revolving fund. To tell the world, they say, okay, and this is how I'm going to proceed it. And to look at the whole quantity, 5,000 baby, overcoming when you 1 billion. And the same 200 and do that mathematics for me. I'm surprised I won't say.
Yeah, but how 1 billion, no? Unsigned core Parliament in Koja.
And your Parliament as seminar maker.
No, so
I'm not talking about why you bring the Parliament as an argument. I'm giving you the mathematics of what they tell the world. Parliament,
initially you were giving 200 million
for 5,000
to build 5,000 units. And now, we say, me call grounds call me be you know.
On cancer,
hold on, but that's a more argument.
Oh, you see the tips. Look at now they are changing their language. The truth you want to justify it.
And your justification, yeah, argument. We are looking at.
We are looking at the
argument. But don't think that the Obekebia also. Let me finish. And then you finish. If your mom argument and they say the $200 million no, after everything they saw say into me see 5,000 housing units. So they came up with a strategy. And the strategy they say let's amend what Parliament approved and say 200 million say bet me 1,500 yensi 1,500 no. Yenya off takers on beton no ya off taker in Ghana home loans
Asempa
into on beton. Yenya you raise another 200 million near the see another. Say you see 5,000 in a year without going back to government for additional revenue. That's my argument.
And I mean, besides, we see 5,000 in a year.
Yes.
Or multiply 200 by 5 or behind.
But you don't do that multiplication. That's the point I'm making.
Because when you're 5,000, why are you running away from the
5,000?
Okay.
But the same 200 million now, and what turning around here see 5,000 every year.
Turning out, it doesn't mean say we are the whole 5,000 and 200 million. Was it? Answer me.
But you've not burdened the taxpayer with additional money.
It doesn't matter. What matters is the quantity of the house. Who quantify? Argument now why you don't know it doesn't matter. They are smart way. This standing in every now. Almost say the 200 naira capital.
Yes.
Or no a business person. What the capital you want to expand it. What's the 200? When you 1,000. What's the another? When we in a structure in honum, Obi buy or say, okay, I want to buy the whole 5,000 houses. Over time and the 200 now.
No.
Into that argument now. I've argument now.
So 1 billion you've gained. So more and
say 1 billion that means that is the cost of the 5,000.
Yes.
So if I but say no man can change.
The argument said they should have gone back to Parliament to tell Parliament say that is what is in court. an argument the court will have to establish whether they have to go back to parliament or not.
If they are smarter, because okay, the whole structure of the 5,000 houses will cost us 1 billion. But we have a seed money of 200 million. We will build the first 1,000 at the cost of $200 million. We will get off taker, no abefa. Then we will recycle it. It is a big banner the whole enclave now. Almost 5,000. Yeah, cost to 1 billion. This is the simple argument I mean no way. And the matter, the substantive matter now me no can. And yet to the details now we contemporary idea because over say you come there, it started from cabinet where Urajo Mahama sat on the cabinet as the chairman of the cabinet, the president of the chief executive of the country. And they call parliament. Parliament agreeing in say yeah the 200 they could see 5,000. One also work of field. You have seen some changes, some amendments. You didn't go back. You take your own decision. Say, idea no. This particular idea. They make a change one say. So when you say 5,000, then it will cost the nation 1 billion. That is what I'm saying. Okay. And you agree with me on that principle. We don't have any agreement here.
My men now say, Chairman. Ekosiisen I Asempa FM. We say okay. It is some point say Obi, don't defend this Saglemirot. The bottom line is 200 million was for 5,000 units. If variations come in, it can't be 1,000 units. STS on my mind. That's some pine. On the CJ issue, no say Mensa Thompson is Asempa petitioned the president to remove the CJ based on hearsay. He further petitioned charge to investigate for the veracity or otherwise of the allegations against the CJ. He had no evidence whatsoever, and he described the statement from the Council of State and the presidency as crap. What a crappy venture. We say. Okay, let me continue. Good afternoon, Obi. Tell Chairman Boateng that next time he comes to the US, he shouldn't hide in Delaware. He needs to check on the branch NPP USA, Augustine Yao Agbeneza, and on the way abraying. Message is not a dose. We say Samuel Brian Boabi. Hey, Samuel Brian Boabi be kundi pao. Anyways, Chairman Alote, any other business name? Sorry.
On this issue of the electron, I mean, this is for one thing. Munkabi.
More, you know.
Munkabi. Well, come on. What is the Munkabi? Come on, Munka. Oza samuna me kujaza rebakani yani sasa muna muzumaka muzusha
commentator atema
favor
Ekosiisen On Asempa.
Oh, it favors anybody
excluding NDC.
Oh, it favors when I can't say about the man was then
E-block yeah Eric J can
yeah my daddy. It's a fact.
Yeah.
But once more here there where you frafo. When you made the OCC IDMP or dormitories in classrooms.
Put a list. Any HDS.
Mr. Kwakepos schools near
Kwakepos Abre school.
Ghana National. Adi Age Memorial, Wesley Girls High School, Holy Child. Go there, you see. My million there. The one I got you saw. One in the Manos also Unge. Obi. Me use there something. That's okay. Ghanaians now because we lack knowledge in the law. The warfare and domu. Now you might agree and disagree with me.
On Asempa FM.
Mr. I mean the purposes of this issue about Chief Justice Akaji bribing was to feed into certain perception Yeah, I come back again to this statement was to feed into certain perceptions. Some of it borders on constitutional changes. Yeah. And they do as a different no party. Beautiful. But the truth is that 4.5 years, we do not find in MPP who saw about power. Also almost getting to 5 years. 1 year free. So we as Ghanaians, in this one there, no constitution, there seems to be no open forum for people to contribute their quota to the changing of the constitution. Are we after the changing of the constitution, or we are after amendments and some entrenched positions of our constitution to be removed? And if that, it is also going to cost this country a hell of money, because the entrenched clauses in the constitution, you need a referendum.
Ekosiisen On Asempa.
No referendum here, so no work declare Asempa I've been Mr. Wanjin too. And because of that, the Chief Justice, why get you by? You see how the whole thing, what they there, and then say web. And then say so, or web, bune, new web, no, to crack a kitty be no, the living. And Joshua and then says web. Bune, to crack kitty. All the Nadia is entwined in such a way there. Feel no kitty wonder. And see the moving no bazaar. Because you see, when people call for constitutional change, it amounts also to treason. It's a fact. And see, people are being
overthrow, not a change. So you can call for a change in the constitution. I know treason.
What's it there?
A review of the constitution is.
No, they don't use the word a review of the constitution. What's the intro constitution? Yes, some constitution.
Through legitimate means. So there are ways within the constitution to change the constitution.
Don't support the unsupportable.
Which is
that before we what can change the constitution.
FM.
So a coup d'etat. What about radio announcement that the constitution has been overthrown? Yeah. Ghanaian youth, you're taking your time, Kakra. Because we have seen coup d'etats that has been orchestrated by the youth of this country within the military. And if the civilian youth who are not inscripted into the various military organizations and then quasi-military setup organization, no one about out there, we should change the constitution now. Changing the constitution means treason. But let us review the constitution. Let us talk about the constitution and to review it. Then we'll come back again with Professor Mills' Constitutional Review Commission. Then let's sit down. Then we have a platform to discuss it. Well, not to support anything anyhow. Masami.
That's Chairman Alote Jacobs and in Kano. There is this story where say Obi, the former Mahama government signed a contract and gave a private company, Septon, the ability to sue the government of Ghana up to $478 million. Under the same contract, the maximum potential liability to Septon was 300,000 Ghana cedis, or about $70,000 at the time. Septon was going to build the interoperability platform with $1.2 billion. By cancelling the contract, a new contract was built at a cost of $4 million. Congratulations to the Bank of Ghana for abrogating this cancerous and corrupt contract and saving the country $1 billion. When the government save billions, CSOs and media are quiet. It's time the media and the CSOs project such achievement. And the news is that Bank of Ghana a case against Septon a file for judgment debt on the cancellation of that contract, but the Bank of Ghana has won. And I'm told Worcester Polytechnic Institute in Swennemi, former Ghana ambassador Bafo Ejebewua as the university's first distinguished statesman in residence, and that's some big deal for Ghana and the former ambassador. Congratulations to him. Yeah.
One more. This something. Oh my, the oil. They came to
Venice saying
EO Group. EO Group. EO Group. That was the time. Now, Omapenin Kufuor started or catch ambassador. They say ambassadors. They say. And yes, champagne diplomacy, but it's economic diplomacy.
But in the congratulations to Ambassador Ejay Bewa for the honor done you by the Worcester Polytechnic Institute. And also kudos to the Bank of Ghana for pushing this and saving the country some good money. Kojodu Asare, any other business name? Sorry.
Obi. I don't mean Kasabi. Why betra betutu ye gugu this Saglemi project just no you see it's sad when we want to use propaganda for everything.
I feel ashamed.
Obi, I'm sure say sitting from where you are no. You have cited documents. Do you understand? No, me implicating him because I know what I'm talking about. Oh, Jai. He has cited documents signed by officials of high repute in this country, indicating the structure of the contract. You know, Sabi, when Kojo comes to sit here and he's throwing tantrums all over the place, I expect say Ubeka says, but the documents I cited. The documents I cited does not suggest what you are saying. Official documents. I will be citing, you know, and here no man who can so that the legitimacy of the can be established. Because even now you have document, yesterday won't say yes, sub project where it will be done originally in 4 phases, which later they reduced to 3 phases. It's there in black and white, signed by a former minister. So,
with the cost of how much?
Oh, it is.
Those are matters of litigation in court. And then
you are making this argument. Sabi, Makofa tomatoes, 1 crate. You say 200 cedis. Okay. Mikobo busia ena me de kotoye mi ba beton mi ma ye margin say busia na me koje ye no me ye sure say by the time me di sikadon anase me bu sa sikadon wa konta tre ni pa me ye no na ma me de sa sikano ato 5 crates. So it is our 5 crates, you know. The ingenuity, because I want the 20 CD no uton we now the sikano koma maybe I could just scan no now I saw another 20 CDs now I saw top crate for what's our like what they are command and what's our and all of that. It would over the period, what on 20? What on 2020? No, 5 times. It is a CIA say, what on 5 crates? Nipano 200 cities now. GM. At least emphasize bikra abaso. What you say? And then you are sitting here talking about one kasakra we are in kunta na tell say emphasize e na ba de no so. One kasawa je atumu. Na wa biom ade a ade emphasize ba mo enunu no. Wa sa ti ha kase obi ediska. How? How? Oh, it is Asempa would spend more than 15 minutes at the car would assist because at the end of the day you are rather exonerating the processor already. You decided say you did yes our project. You are exonerating it. It if I don't get you. My main fan no tree baby. Who you will say President Mahama Eden. Wako can say musika mo wiewia no say your mom another opportunity to extend your some break the 8 mantra na mo de be kata musika mo wia so and you are sitting here because yanchi mu court no.
But was that statement presidential?
Which one is presidential? Yeah, can't say my Ghana, state of Ghna, the presidential, and no for them.
But a former president doesn't throw about allegations.
It is not allegation, a fact. If they have deliberately decided not to pursue some of those cases, does not mean they are not. They cannot be pursued later.
No, but Okas will be a emphatic statement.
Emphatic because
which court?
They say why did they court? Why did they omobeko court?
And the chairman in court.
Why did they omobeko court?
Then no, you don't.
They say why did they omobeko court? You don't omobeko court no or cover and I open quite extending a friend say tenure. Now I saw cover now you travel here. Also we
the other institutions there was some committee before
tragic cry Johnny B I was saying tragic cry and Rose and then Azankwa with Johnny case back home
case here
Asempa case here tuli
no once the president is seized with a petition Strat cannot look into it and it's right there's no other Strat with my
you say ubi tuli out here 440 we gwang oslo so Martinamidu
brand man ho kwan yet oslo
and Martinamidu tule charge tule your friend say auditor general ex auditor general yamba na dwane
Asempa FM.
Do you understand? So all the institutions that could have dealt with sa na evidence na wo ka say e ka ye de ko baby asese ye de ko a ye betimi anya sa evidence no they are all running because of the terror and the tyranny of this government. The terror and the tyranny will be as wrong because you dare not touch them, they will come after you. Okay, it you know say President Mahama Koka we are no he's clothed with the you can't say what's the word? The bravado.
Propaganda information.
What you say? The bravado. And some charge for me others in Kano. And I will come on. That is it. It you know there is nothing presidential about your pesa, your dia and yama and fata and ense. You found 17,000 pounds. Or say euro an hour. Now you did chia airfare. Friend saying plane not president Edinam Wim. Yes, say Musika say.
Look at you.
Huh? Your town Musika, your friend saying you can say 36 million yes, is it euro or pounds or say dollars. You say they are calling design.
Why must say?
Now, what they say almost 36 million acquire hospitals need design.
Is that what you heard?
No more can
say design some.
No more the head. And then I what here. And then I what here. Tell me.
Now the Uber start here sit down a project of that magnitude.
Which one is a project of that? One size project. The same project design will be replicated. So what are you telling me?
No. And you're not America.
What are you saying?
American say apart from the design, your pre-contract phase,
which is what?
Only do the design.
Tell me what it is. You tell me what it is.
Is that what?
No, are you asking me? Me come and say, one I will counter what I'm saying. So you tell me what it connotes. Tell me.
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
Nothing will go into getting the land, preparing the land, and everything before.
Have you seen any side breakdown?
But you are saying
design. Have you seen any side breakdown?
So what did you see to conclude any?
Master, I am telling you, sir, sir, figure no.
Yeah.
We are talking like $6 million or thereabout.
Yes.
For two designs, one for regional.
Have you seen a breakdown to that effect?
May see 2 designs.
Have you seen it?
Oh, master, listen to me. They are doing 2 designs. One for regional hospital. Same prototype.
Standard.
Okay. One for district hospital. Prototype. So you are not going to design individual for each 111 sites.
And you've seen, said the 2 designs cost 36 million. You've seen it.
Me, I've seen it. And who came to say your issue 36 million? Who beside no said then or the 36 million? Me and me Kano. Me now who beside me. Did you ask the finance minister what constituted that?
I spoke to John Kuma.
And
maybe doesn't have you.
And not saying what did John Kuma say?
I've told you.
Also, what the then? What the then? Tell us. Come on.
No, you made a very.
No, you tell me what they did with it. Educate your listeners and viewers. What did he say? But I'll keep quiet for you to tell us.
You know my curiosity.
Yes.
My curiosity they say based on because you made a very conclusive statement.
I have concluded said there is some thievery in it. That is my conclusion.
Okay, so that's what you try.
Do you understand? I am concluded. So that because I don't see why anybody in their right frame of mind can conclude say 2 designs, one for a regional hospital, one for district hospital should cost us $36 million.
Where did you see that from?
Where did I see which one from?
Sir, the 2 designs cost 36 million.
What else are you talking about? What else are you talking about? Cadastral. Yeah, cadastral. For 1 acre land, maybe so. Maybe so. Yeah, cadastral design. Drawing for your friend is saying, Masa, you see, we are. Do you know what 336 million Ghana cedis a year? Do you know how much that is? It's 360
billion.
And 60 billion old cedis. No BNTB. 1 billion. Baku 360.
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
Plan. And you are sitting here, you think it's all right. Obi, you think it is all right. Sabi, na me kufuado. And then the bush ya for sika. Ufuzanka say no mbe yusuno.
Kojo mamena.
And then the bush ya for sika ne papa ne mame eja. And the bequisi a man on the familiar. Would he use it this way? That is the question you should be asking yourself.
Kojo Edwasari.
When he speak like this, so I don't know who the main say enka Kojo Edwasari ni naban. Eni ni NDC awura John Mahama edikan. Se ka omumba aban mu da enka everything that they will say enka now you spend 74 million for capacity building. When am building 74 million. 74 million. Go it's in the September's budget. Go and see and with the oil money. What is studio you are talking about 36 million Ekosiisen hospital. What the also capacity building
hospital now the plan.
Now the hospital
for the pre-contract work.
Obi manager didn't know what I'm trying to say contract and they see for being designing. Okay, and architectural design, whatever the pre-contract, it is a desire you are making sure say it's form part of the contract. The American say $74 million. What did you produce to the Ghana? Stop that noise. You tell me now. Tell me when you propaganda. What did Ghana say? 74 million. 74 million now who me refer na who baby are dey fan compare with the 36 million now can yedi yenim say dan obi anim say is part of the contract yes omo agenda 111 or capacity building 0.1 person omo nipa ba akudi ni enka cho say say nipa we $74 million like NDC John Mahama as a president or spending or produce nipa bi to say architect David J omo ba akudi omo ba akudi say papa we ya $74 million no ya capacity building e bi na dey bo ano man abeye de obeye as a renowned architectural in the world yes can be obi they toss me you know na oye calculation bi wa hanom ono di tomatoes ni ne mane ade you see ade no ntiase ana ntiase nkonta na mo ntiase because saa na moya na mudi asisi o man no ache okay. Asema na minuke, it's a simple thing. It wasn't any argument. You decided it's a substantive issue, you may deal with it. But the examples na ye man. Or no dear mine. On the using the same tomatoes, you know. So 20 cities no dinya 5 no. So 5 no quantify how much? 100 cities. It's a pepe na America. It nya oka wabo. Enya oka wabo. What who tia dia na so jai de oyen. You see eno mu de abu oman ama ene o haw ni amane a de omu kan ye nyina no so no wo mantumi anye eno tia na mpese bibisa se owura John Mahama sa na elope connection no koye nti eno ye ne se obi edisika na elope connection dey na ntu government official one to be okroma no ayeden me say e kana na wo mu no ene sa 5 million na ye de ba ye say contractors ni de mane ni ade na wo mu no no nim say ye kan e no na ye say obi aye connection na investigations no munwie so why are you making emphatic no the okay emphatic statement whole president me who be bisa me but that's why I said president me president do wait back at you I mean can you me but on no pre connection no yeah that time I not tear connection no I no pre connection no yeah and you think I say the team say me team say anya wa zo kana me can why no pre connection bia official one no na yeah there under investigation say sa anya mana wo motu ahwana mo say wo pese ye ka enipa bokro no amo man asofa. And we can't pinpoint anything with the amount of money on John Mahama. We on Kebi Chrome Hada, and I'm throw that signal to him. You come yesika a mismanagement of the economy. Okay. Through foul means. Oman yesika go on bottom and this of Obi Chawm. Yati Chroma, Kwajo Dwasari, on Rabbit Hunukre. Yat Chroma, I turned $100 and $10. Huh? Kube yaton kube $100 mismanagement the minister of agric the minister of sports exercise Chicago elo promote call Brazil $100 for kube. That's a lie. I connection Libya now. Okay. So in that point, now only mushi no. Only mushi na see. Account be on team play ni mudido. So it's got over the idea. Pedase. Ekosiisen suni. Ekosiisen suni Asempa FM. The information you asked for the last time. The last time John Kuma didn't come Kuma okay, say pre-contract works, no land acquisition, designs, consultant or fire payment, coordinators traveling around the country to acquire the land, compensation payments, are part of all the pre-contract costs. And that's why I say, no, okay, so you have documents. The point you made was based on what? Also documents.
Like you heard the friend sent for say they say said it. Akando and almost say they will Akando the last Akando. Akando or stand quite
Madam I say Ekosiisen On Asempa
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.